has stepped away well, not as quickly as Oakfield Babe, who gets a neck in front of it. Elion By in the middle, followed by Bradfield, one of two greys in the event, and the Silver Mountain, Tegan Harrison is on the outside. Well, it's just Oakfield Babe after 300 by a length. In a second was Elion By, Silver Mountain third from Here Comes the Tiger, who slots fourth. A length further back to Bradfield, 2 lengths to M Bank, and a further half Picali midfield. Double hopped on the inside of it, and a length further back to Maud, followed by Punto Visto, and last of all was Rion May. Inside the 800, Oakfield Babe in front only just by a long neck over Elion By second. Silver Mountain third from Here Comes the Tiger with a soft run behind Ballina. Bradfield the middle from M Bank and a further length away to Double Hop, who's travelling on the inside, followed by Picali, who's in the middle with Maud. A length further back to Punto Visto, and a half length last of all was Rion May. And still Oakfield Bay defying a tribals as they move up towards the home turn at the 400. By a neck over Elion By second. Bradfield is third, followed by Here Comes the Tiger. M Bank. Picali is the widest runner around the home turn. Bradfield the outside. Here Comes the Tiger sneaks up on the inside from Oakfield Babe and also Elion By. But the great Bradfield raced up, takes the front, race clear. Maud is in hot pursuit. It's Bradfield in front from Maud and Elion By, and Bradfield's too good. Bradfield by a length, Maud second, Punto Visto third from Elion By and M Bank. Behind those next was Oakfield Babe. Picali didn't run on. Rion May from Here Comes the Tiger, Silver Mountain, and last of all was Double Hopped. Bradfield, number 4, Kevin Forrester, $10.90 for the win and $3 for the place. 1 Maud, $2.40, 7 Punto Visto at $2.90. 4-1-7 over the line after the 8th event. And success to Bradfield. Kevin Forrester, good ride too from Kev, with the 8-year-old grey gelding by St Petersburg out of Fiorino for the Gundaroo Stud Syndicate. And popular local trainer Danny Bowen, Kevin Forrester aboard. That's start number 78, and the grey gelding has now had 10 wins and 19 minor placings. Down the track at Casino behind Top Agenda, who's engaged in the next event, race 9. Prior to that was placed here at Ballina, always runs good races here at the track. And Bradfield has saluted in the 8th race over 1 Maud. Mitch Hayward, Bruce Swan, came home well, the gelding, by Hold That Tiger out of Rumble, and third has gone to 7, Punto Visto.
All right, Gary, you can't miss him in the run, can you?
No, Matty, he's going really white now, this fella, and good to see him back on the wing. He's been struggling a little bit, but like I said, when they paraded around, Danny had put the pacifiers back on him now, so maybe just that gear change has just worked a little bit on him.
Yeah, that's for sure, Gary. Like, you know, they get old and that, and sometimes you say to yourself, well, probably his last run and that, but never give up on the horses that got a potential. Like, you know, he's just a good old horse, and they always go off a little bit, and you just sort of change a bit of gear and put a hanging brush on him, and you know, put the blinkers back on, then put the pacifiers back on, and Kevin's great ride. Like, Kevin's got calm hands, mate, and old horses just run on with him, you know.
And track suited him today.
Yeah, well, home track for any horse that suits him, but, you know, sting out of the ground, and, you know, not that he's unsound. Actually, we've been trying to sell him for a couple of months, and the boys I all know out west, and they were trying to steal him off me. Like, you know.
Well, you got 6,500 today.
Well, you know, he's still for sale, but I mean, we won't be going down any.
Okay, that gives him over 150,000 in prize money. That's good effort.
Oh, well, yeah, it's great effort, mate. Like the breakdown horses who win races, and, you know, not many horses win that, you know, around the bush.
And your stable's suffered a little bit, well, a lot, through the wet weather, hasn't it?
Oh, everyone in Ballina and that, mate, in this area. We just need help from Racing New South Wales, and, you know, and help the tracks out. And, you know, this track's a beautiful track. There's only a couple of spots, and it looked like we weren't even going to race this morning if we had any more rain. So, you know, I'm glad they did, because we've ended up the only meeting in Australia.
Yeah, you've got an earn and the jockeys have got an earn.
Well, exactly right, mate. You know, the cash conversion is pretty full at the moment here.
Good on you, Danny. Good to see you, and good to see you get a winner up, mate.
Okay, mate, thanks.
Yeah, we'll have a talk to your jockey. He's one of the widely travelled. And, Matty, Kevin Forrester, I didn't know the other day, we were sitting down having a chat, and he rode horses like Miss Andretti. He'd won a couple on her. He won an Australian Cup. And he's a fellow that's been around a long time, but rode plenty of winners in the big races. Good to see you win on that, old fella.
Yeah, that's happy to win anyway. Just a bit hard to find the really fast ones, but I enjoy riding winners, and I've had a great run, and I've ridden some really good horses, so But I think you've got to travel to get experience. I've ridden everywhere. I've ridden against some good riders. And I think the only thing that can improve it is try and step up a little bit yourself. I probably threw myself in the deep end a few times against the better riders and tried to ring up for really good rides when I couldn't get on them, and then eventually I started to get on them, and I was lucky enough to find Miss Andretti in Perth. Won 9 out of 12 on her, so
9 out of 12 on her. What did you win the Australian Couple?
A horse called Abraham Lincoln, and he was trained by Jeff Murphy, so it was a long time ago.
Is that your biggest win, the Australian Cup?
Oh, they're all good, those big ones. Like I won the Adelaide Cup for Robbie Lang. I've ridden over 300 winners for Robbie Lang, so we had a great partnership, and but I'm happy to, wherever I go, I'll ride a winner.
And Kevin, you've got a great knack of getting off horses. I know you did that with Johnny Shelton's mare when you won about 5 straight on her, and you tinkered little things with gear. You said, try this, try that.
Yeah. Look, I work in with trainers, and I'm the pilot, and if I can get off and say, oh, put a one-eye blinker on it, it's nice if they can change the gear for you. Because the bottom line is, if I had a racing car or something, and I said, give the keys to Peter Brock, he'd come back and say, change this, change that, and it'd probably go 4 seconds quicker.
Because you're a jockey, you're right on, you get the feel of it, don't you?
Well, you've got to have your horse balanced under you all the time, and a lot of horses can't balance themselves up, let alone win a race. So I've always sort of looked I always had a chat with Bart Cummings when I was there, you know. I used to hang around for half an hour after track work at Randwick and just chat with Bart. And Bart was great, and we look at the trainers that have gone through Bart. They're all great trainers now.
And you're still enjoying the country circuit ride? I know you ride up the Gold Coast and you have your old ride in town and that, but you're still enjoying it?
Well, I'm back in Brisbane tomorrow. I've got a couple of rides there, and then I've got to go back to Brisbane again Saturday. So.
And you're very fit, aren't you? You know, you are. There's no fat on you, and you do a lot of surfing.
Well, yeah. If the surf's no good, I'll walk the beach and walk 10 k's or something. But it's relaxing. It's good for the head.
Yeah, and I know. I've said it before to other like Robbie Thompson, your Dale Spriggs fellas, but you do a lot of help, and you help these young kids out a lot. You got your time to put into them.
Well, these country meetings, and like I can see things the stewards don't see, because I'm out there with the boys, you know. But I can see some good riders coming through. Like New South Wales is producing some good riders, and I think even here today there's plenty of kids claiming. But I'll tell you what, they do ride all right.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're learning all the time. With fellas like you that had the experience and rode the good horses, you can just offer that little bit more help to them, can't you?
Yeah, but well, you got to help them because you don't want them to get in your way, but you don't want them to cause interference either. It's the safety first, isn't it?
Well, good to catch up with you, mate. And I did find out that I am a little bit younger than you. I'm not older than you.
Yeah, well, you know, age is no barrier, and when you're fit and healthy and enjoy what you do, what a great way of life, you know. I'm not locked up in a factory, am I?
No, you're out there, you're riding an animal that you love, and you love doing what you're doing.
Well, you become one when you ride a horse, and you work together, and then you get a result like today.
Yeah, good thing. Thanks for your time.
Very much.
Good on you, Kevin. Yeah, been widely around, Matty. I was sitting having a good talk to him at Grafton a couple of weeks ago, and I was just amazed some of the horses that he rode and some of the big winners he rode, and sometimes we forget that about some of these jocks that have been there, rode the good ones, and it never crossed my mind. And when he said Miss Andretti and what he'd done on her, and the Australian Cups and that, he's been around Kevin, but not only that, he's a really good guy.
He sure is. He's still got it too, as we've just seen. You're right. We do sometimes forget about how many good races these riders have won. I've just called up his record here. He won a William Reid Stakes, which was a Group 1. That's the race coming up on Friday night, of course. Wraparound was his winner in the William Reid. He mentioned he won the Adelaide Cup for Robbie Lang. Pantani was the horse that won the Adelaide Cup. And the other good cup that he won was a Brisbane Cup on board Dupain for Alan Bell. And when Kevin rode those races, they were still Group 1 affairs. They've been downgraded now in terms of their group status. But when Dupain won the Brisbane Cup and Pantani won the Adelaide Cup, they were still Group 1 races. So the William Reid was Group 1. So he's got a few of the big ones there. Kevin Forrester. Now, weight is through on that one, race number 8. And Bradfield over Mauld and Punto Vista, 4, 1, 7 and 2, and all paying on race number 8. So without Vanilla today, we've